Tazawako Lake, Japan's deepest lake, carved by nature and wrapped in layers of culture. Japan has a lot of volcanic eruptions and natural landscapes that you can see and just mesmerize in it. On my camping trip across the north and the south part of Japan, I expected to see and be amazed by the beauty. But what I didn't expect was how deeply this place would teach me about the Japanese nature culture and honestly about myself. In this video, I want to share 5 profound lessons I learned from the Japanese nature culture at Tazawako. These are not just travel moments. These are the mind-shifting ideas that might just change how you see and experience the world. In Shinto belief, nature is not just beautiful, it is divine. Mountains, rivers, trees, the sea, even the stone can have a kami, or what we call spirit. There's also specific holidays that are Day of Mountain and Day of the Sea, and it is publicly celebrated.
What's coming out of it? Hot water. With burning ones? Oh my god, Earth.
At Tazawako, there's also a shrine dedicated to Princess Tazuko, the lake's mythological protector. People come not just to admire the view, but to honor it. I started to notice my behavior change. I spoke softer, moved slower. It's like I entered a scared space and I wasn't the center of it. You know how we say the environment changes how you see the world and how you actually also behave and experience the world. The way people are towards the nature and towards the connection and just this grounded, humble discipline that you learn along the way over the weeks is magnificently changing. A study from the Kyoto University, which was published in 2016, actually shows that people who spend time in Shinto-based environments demonstrate a higher environmental respect and emotional regulation. This scared lens helps people as human beings feel part of the nature, not separate from it. In many cultures, silence is awkward, right? We rush to fill gaps with noise or sometimes with small talks. But in Japan, and especially in the nature, quiet is intentional. At my campsite, our campsite, no one blasted music or yelled across tents. Even if they were in a large group, it was silent. People cooked in silence and ate quietly, communicated and enjoyed time until late in the afternoon, in the evenings, without making any single noise. It wasn't cold, it was literally peaceful. And then I realized here, silence is not absence, it is presence. In Japanese communication, ma is the pause between words that they use. It is just as important as the speech or the communication that we make. It gives space to reflect and be respectful to the person next to you or to the one who you are communicating, and to acknowledge the other person's presence without dominating the conversation. Interesting, right? Learning to sit in quiet taught me to listen, not just to people, but to the world around me. Harmony, wa in Japanese, isn't just about getting along with people. It's a way of living that strives to align you with your surrounding. I saw it in how locals set up their tents, compact, minimal, respectful of the view. No one left trash. People cleaned up not just for their own mess, but others too. It wasn't performative, it was cultural, like it's embedded in them. I started to ask myself, am I moving with the place or against it? Environmental psychology studies show that harmony-based cultures, like the Japanese culture, foster stronger pro-environmental behavior. In Japan, that is reflected in the forest bathing, Shinrin-yoku, or onsen, and even the national park integrate everything built around mutual respect to the nature and to the wild. They called it, at one of the museums that we went to, coexisting with the wild. And you see this practically happening, especially when you drive all the way to the end of the north side of Japan. You can see the nature deeply dense and coexisting with the human being, still consuming the nature resources, but without damaging and affecting each other's well-being and existence on this planet. Another thing I noticed was how much space people gave each other, not just while driving, not just physically next to each other as human beings, but also emotionally. There's no pushing, no unsolicited advice or overbearing conversation. People acknowledge you as you are and then give you a room to be. It made me reflect on how, in many other places, including the country I come from, closeness can feel invasive, but here, space is kindness.
Let's get ready.
Japan ranks high on Hofstede's power, distance, and uncertainty avoidance dimensions. People prefer to observe hierarchy and avoid ambiguity in interactions, meaning more caution, more respect for unspoken boundaries. Camping in Japan is an art of simplicity. One pan, one mat. The camping van doesn't even have a toilet, generally. One lantern, one coffee mug. All you need is just this, and yet everything works beautifully. There's no excess, just essentials done beautifully well. And I thought about how cluttered our life, my life personally back home, can get. Physically, clothes-wise, digitally, emotionally. But here, I felt freer, relaxed, with less. Once we planned this trip to Japan, I started reading certain research, and a 2020 study from the University of Tokyo found that minimalism reduces this cognitive load and improves mindfulness, especially in tech-heavy lifestyles that we live in. It's not about having nothing, it's about being intentional with what you keep, with what you throw away, and with what you keep buying. Places in Japan like Tazawako didn't just show me Japan. It showed me a way of being as a human being. Quiet, respectful, aware, and deeply connected. In a world that tells us to go faster and grab more, do more, this lake taught me the opposite. Slow down, carry less, listen more, respect where you are. Which lesson resonated most with you? Let's carry this nature wisdom forward, wherever in the world you are.